Ow! 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 Warning, we're just having fun. If you take stuff too serious, this channel may not be for you, buddy. Man, oh man, here we go again. And hot damn, we're about out of daylight again. Man, there's never enough hours in the day, guys, between doing some editing this morning, then cleaning this shop that was a disaster and a half. That's right, more than one disaster. Disaster and a half. Getting it cleaned up and half situated is being generous. We got the wagon out ready to get some rust fixed on it. We got the wagon wall. This is where all the parts for the wagon are up against the wall to finally clear this out. What in the redneck welding cart we got going on here? Yeah, I strapped up the green weenie to the welding cart. If you look up the word argon in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of this sketchy setup going on, okay? It's sketchy, but at the same time, it is sitting on the bottom lip. This strap collapsed that enough that it started to dip my file cabinet. And we got her double ratcheted, so she'll hold. And if she don't hold, she may fall off there. We'll break the top off. She'll turn into a torpedo, shoot straight out Pot County. We'll never see it again. You don't want that to happen, so definitely don't do stuff like this. Don't do what I do. I tell y'all that all the time. Now, let me tell you what we are doing. If you ain't seen the wagon yet, this thing was parked in 1969. We bought it out of a local salvage yard. Well, it used to be a salvage yard. It's closed now. This thing had sit there since then, and we got it pulled up out of there. We discovered it had Mr. Horsepower on it right there on the fenders. You can see this side a little better there. And finding that influenced us to do a little bit of a hot rod inspired build, which is why you see the Fatty McFat-Fats for the rear right there. We've ripped the chassis out. It's off at sandblast right now, getting blasted and painted, just a chassis black. Super simple build here. I say that because a lot of this crap's going to bolt on, but you can't bolt on. Well, some people do. They rivet it on or self-tap it on. You could bolt on your patch panels, I reckon. But we ain't going to bolt on ours. We're going to get rid of the rot on this thing. There's some in the floorboards. There's a little around the body. I'm not a very good TIG welder. That's why I want to force myself to use it a little bit. We may use it some, or I may get frustrated and we may go back to zapping her with the MIG. The old MIG-a-thon. It's like a marathon, but you just go to town with the MIG. I was trying to do a little sampling testing here, but you know, I get bored easy, so why not just practice on what we need to fix anyhow, you know? The more I look at this, the more I see actual little rot here or there. Now, it ain't a lot, but she still got a little rot. So we ain't got a lot of time today, which is unfortunate because it's mighty nice out right now compared to what it's going to be tomorrow. But I'd like to get at least our patch panel tacked up in place over there. So that's what we're going to get into after a brief message from this week's video sponsor. This week's video sponsor is PATINA. That's right, I got to sponsor my own video. At PATINA, we believe in weekly trying to give out an hour-long entertaining video for free to viewers hoping to spread joy and a positive something or another in this world. There's a lot of negativity in the world today, and to that we say nay, nay. Here at PATINA, we just want people to laugh, have a smile or two, and have a good time. So we appreciate y'all watching, and if you want to help us out, guys, it's as simple as watching this video. Liking it helps tremendously. Drop that comment down below. And as always, puddins.fab.shop has what merchandise we currently have available in stock. New releases coming soon. As always, we appreciate y'all's support. Now, let's see, speaking of support, let's go look at that inner fender support. She's RUFF. She's rough. That old girl right there. So right there is where we're gonna start. We need to get our friendly masking tape here where we can try to do a little protecting on our fender. And then, like I said, we'll move into floorboards, or I don't know. You know, y'all know me. I'm just out here firing from the hip, baby. Around here, we fire from the hip, and we don't take no spit. Y'all thought I was gonna say something else, but not today. Nope, I'm gonna be a good boy. We're gonna try to protect our patina a little bit, because I may get plumb buck nasty with the wire wheel. You never know. Just beautiful. Ah, there she is. We got the rust remover 1250. There's about 1,250,000 wires right there. That's about to tell that to get off. Usually we call this baby the slice and dice when we got our cutoff wheel, but this one here we got the wheel and peel, because we're about to fire up that wire wheel and well, she'll peel something off. That's good for removing some of the big crunchies. Boy, and I mean big crunchies. Look like damn cornflake fell out of there. That baby was rattling so hard it was knocking the floor pans out of it. That looks a lot better. Now it's pitted, don't get me wrong, but we're not replacing it, don't get me wrong. I gotta quit making myself laugh, or this is gonna be a long video. The only problem with Big Bertha there is she is hard to get into some spots. Now I got this one right here we can put on the little impact. We're gonna go shove her into some tighter spots and see if it does a decent job or not. Made a little ch-ch-ch. The flat top there did good for getting in that groove in these corners. But now we're gonna take the little whirly twirly, try to shove it down in there because it's kind of cruddy. We're trying to get rid of all that cruddy, buddy. Now, believe it or not, I'm not the best painter in the world. So we're gonna do a decent back mask there, and we're gonna go find something we can coat on this. Skeet skeet, you want me to hit it with the skeet skeet? Just playing. The skeet skeet's a freezing penetrating lubricant that don't help us here. That stuff just got an interesting name. I ain't ever heard of nothing like that before. Like, could you imagine, like, if I needed help and I was like, Ashley, come get this skeet skeet. She wouldn't even know what I was talking about. That stuff gets so cold, be like, hey, don't get that skeet skeet on you. You'll get all shriveled up. How would you know what I was talking about? Oh, something's spraying. Something's spraying. This right here is the first can I seen that says prevents rust. Just happens to be rust color, satin leather brown. I think this has been in there for 2 to 3 years, give or take 6 months. Hell, she'll spray. I usually have that burnt red, brown, orangish primer. That's the rust encapsulator. Man, I said that word right. Hope you didn't come here for proper English or proper rust encapsulating, because we're gonna shake this baby up and just go soak it. Now that's a good color, because if we do get a slight overspray here or there, it's about dookie rust brown, so that'll kind of blend okay there. Well, I'm just gonna layer on thick there. And that chocolate covered support right there is a lot better than them cornflakes that were on there, so we'll take that and let her dry up. I went and picked Hot Rod up from school, so by the time you drive there and sit in the line and get back, she's dry enough for us to continue. But our sun's right in a terrible spot, or our shade, or sun and shade. It's like the damn yin and the yang. Now what you see missing here, I just cut out one day because we're going out to another place, and I was gonna get us a piece off of Caprice. Damn, I can rhyme. So I took the piece with the rot out to our other place and I matched it up on the caprice body until we found an area that had close to the same shape. And then we traced it out and we cut it out. I was trying to show there that you can use old stuff for patching stuff with curves. Not even making sense, who knows? This is what we got put back in there. So we're gonna start with cleaning up the back side because I ain't touched it with anything besides the slice and dice. And then we're gonna start fitting it in over there. The hell? I'm just gonna kind of hold it up. I'm gonna use this top left corner as our main point to keep putting in first. Check in or reference whatever. And like as I check that, we're gonna hit a little down on this corner. So I'm gonna take a little off the corner. One little whoop in there was holding us up. Yeah, we need to take quite a bit off that bottom. We are almost sitting perfect right there. Pretty happy with that. So we need to pop this out of here if we can get it out. Hell, just leave her in there, guys. She's ready to paint. Our edges had a little brown paint on them, so I wire wheeled that where it hopefully don't mess with our weld too much. No boy, I feel like I'm about to be disappointed in myself. Just playing. I'll just be disappointed in myself if we don't try in front of the camera for the world to see. I ain't got no actual filler wire, so we're gonna run out some of our 30 thousandths MIG wire here, and that's what we're gonna use as our filler. We're gonna put that one dent in the chuck. Then we'll grab the quick clamp here. And we'll twist it up, and we're gonna use that as our filler wire. I made this long where we could snip her in a couple pieces here, and maybe we won't have to do that again for a good minute. With my lack of TIG welding skills, we may be on this one patch for the next 4 days. So far, we're doing terrible. Turn off the greeny weenie where y'all could hear. I don't know if the regulator got bumped when I was moving it or whatever. When I was doing test pieces over there, it was flowing fine. I noticed at first we weren't flowing hardly any argon at all, so I had to adjust on that. And then as y'all could imagine, using the pedal with the knee and me being a TIG welding rookie, that was a pain. So we're gonna, I have got a handful of tacks actually. I have kinda sorta have a few tacks kinda all the way around the front edges. It's pretty good. I need to get another one about right there. As if TIG welding wasn't hard enough, I thought it'd be smart to try to hold it on here where I'm just awful. A lot of it's the angle of your torch. So first I'm gonna come in right here in this corner and we're gonna try something new. After simply changing the angle of my torch there, I was able to finally weld that up. I wish that's all I needed, guys, was to change that up. All right, to put this in perspective, because time's money, and I wish when I was younger, when I was more, I don't want to say hungry. I'm hungry for different things now than when I was younger. I wish when I was younger, first bought my MIG welder, stuff like that, I wish I would have got a TIG welder, because I think I would have been super eager to learn it. Then I probably would never forget it. I think it was kind of dumb of me to try to hop into this. I mean, it ain't dumb, because what's the worst that happens? It ain't working out for you. And instead of taking, the camera just said that took me like 6-7 minutes, something like that. I'd already killed like 2 batteries in the camera trying to do it with the TIG welder, if that tells you anything. And look, it didn't work out with the TIG, but boom, we just zapped it with the MIG, tried to save it. I think before I try to hop into super unfamiliar TIG welding situations like this is for me, I think we definitely need more practice at the table. But realistically, the time I commit to making content, I don't have a day or 2 or even a week to waste to sit there and try to learn that. It's just hard to learn new skills, because the time it takes means I'm not going to get a second channel video out, main channel video. Y'all get what I'm saying. That's why this little plasma table's been sitting here for 3+ years now, because I don't put a video out for a week or 2, but I can finally learn that thing. To me, it just ain't worth it. We can do the crap by hand, or in this case, as probably 93.7% of y'all's doing anyways, we can MIG weld it in. I'm gonna use the flap attack and knock down our big weld. Then we're gonna come back through with a roll lock and fine tune it. Slap some 80 grit on this bad mamma jamma. There's our patch. It ain't perfect. Most of our trouble spots all up here where I was first trying to weld and wasn't having no luck. I'm guess maybe we'll slap some doo-doo brown on it, because I ain't got no body filler, and I don't even know if we're gonna do body filler. We'll kind of see how it looks after slapping a little paint on it, and it'll obviously keep it from rusting right away. That's right, I'm a rattle can machine, baby. Now if you're thinking you need a primer, guys, paint plus primer, all in one. Ooh, she is not spraying good now. That's all right, it'll add texture. Hey, there we go. Now she's spraying half, sorta, kinda normal, I guess. Just kinda going off the eagle eye here, guys. I don't really think that needs body filler unless we just want to try to make it look absolutely perfect. See the little low spot there, you can see some of that, but by the time we put some more colors on that and blend the paint and patina again and make that flow, I don't think most people will notice it. We'll have to point it out to them. And that is gonna look a hell of a lot better than the few inch hole that used to be there of just rot. That's right, that rot got, because we got it out of there. And we also established I'm not a TIG welder along the way. Oh snow, here we go again. Double trailer action. I know y'all seen that double trailer action. Got that white stuff trying to come down, but as soon as it hits, it's melting. We'll see. I think it's supposed to do this the rest of the damn day. I'm layered up like an Eskimo though, so it ain't even that cold. Ain't too bad. Now yesterday, y'all watched me get whipped by a patch panel. But today's a new day, and there's more rust and rot that wants to play. I notice we got a little rot right here, and this is a little better position where I could probably actually stand here and have a possible chance at actually being able to control that TIG welder. What I'm saying is we're gonna try again right here on this patch. We're gonna have to be careful cutting this out. I don't even know how we're gonna get it cut out. It's about a 3-tape jobber. It ain't stupid if it works. Just grab that and work her back and forth. I thought we may find a good surprise or two back behind there. Next, because we know that's probably behind that whole thing here, we're gonna cut the whole skin of this roof off so we can clean that out. Just playing, could y'all imagine? That ain't happening. Blow her off. Next I'm gonna get our carbide and we're going to kind of clean up these ends a little bit. I'm pretty happy with how all that came out of there. I don't know we'll be able to weld to that bottom side. Got her cut out. Next we got to come up with a patch of some sort. So I looked in the little scrap here, and yeah, we got some 18 gauge right here. That's probably going to be fairly close. If we snip us a piece, we can work that down. Old Slick Fitty showed up, and I guess it's frowned upon to use 3/32 tungsten.
Little big buddy.
For some paper thin. Dang, that snow thickened up now.
Yeah, it's coming down.
Anyhow, Slick does a lot more TIG welding than I do with his sheet metal stuff, so he volunteered to come show me how bad I am, which I already know. So we're gonna, you want to try to take this one in? Yeah. Slick said we're gonna do it, so we're gonna do it. He's in charge now. Our patch panel's gonna be a little tricky because of them edges. They're not very clean, especially down here. I don't know what in the whoop-de-doo we got going. Just use my best judgment, which ain't the best judgment, but we'll do what we can. Basically, instead of trying to make the cut straight, we'll just match the jagged patch. The sheet metal guy's like, what the hell are we doing? Why am I here right now?
I mean, it's easier just to around the edge, but yeah.
Just give it to me. We're about to leave Dudley Do-Right out here, and we're gonna go in. The girls got a snow day. We're just gonna go play some games or something. We'll leave Slick out here to fix up our rust for us.
Looks like I need to grind the edge right there off a little more.
So y'all can see what we're doing here. It ain't rocket science. It's what I should have done from the start. Hey, if I got that fit up right though on that one patch, you would have been impressed.
I mean,
you would have had to like TIG weld like a lightning bolt going down
TIG
through
welding
there.
and metal shaping, you want it less heat, but so if you come to a corner, you got all this heat coming into one area.
Yeah,
If you
perfect.
round it,
If it ever cracks out, you just stop, drill it, you're good to go.
I mean, if you round it though, your heat is dissipated more, so it'll shape easier.
Technicals. Of course, you just grind her down and fit her up till she fits good. Now, me and Slick might give each other a hard time, but this is actually what I need. I need someone to come over who can give me some do's and don'ts about it, so I'm just giving him a hard time. Let's see if we can, I'm gonna let him do the welding where I can do the watching. Dang, busting out the fancy helmet on us.
The fancy.
Yeah, Slick been wanting that thing, and I acted like I bought it for myself. I was like, dude, try this thing on, it's awesome. He's like, oh, it's so cool. I was like, that's yours, buddy. Hey, look at the snow. It's starting to thicken up. Let's see if we can get this sheet metal to thicken up. Watch Slick do 2 damn tacks, and now we got big old clusters of snow. I'm the polish and clean crew, okay? Old Slick's getting her. Little rust down on this end, had a blowout, and he did dip his tungsten once, but yeah, that's way better than I definitely could have done. Here at puddins.fab.shop, we don't even do the fab work. We're big timing now, we outsource. Oh, dude, tungsten for the win, baby. Helps when you don't blow a hole in there the size of a marble. More impressively, I even started on a little rust pinhole and worked that baby. Welded in nice. That's what's cool about the TIG welding. You literally get to see it burn in. Now, this ain't the prettiest. All TIG welding should be pretty. Misconception?
It is a misconception.
Guys, we're welding to rusty metal. You're not gonna have this beautiful, stacked looking, you know, dime, whatever, TIG weld every time. The benefit of doing the TIG weld is, say we were able to do hammer and dolly work on this on the back side, it's a lot softer weld, so it's easier to work versus the MIG weld. The MIG weld gets hard, so if you try to hammer on it too much and stuff, you literally start to crack it. So it's a better weld to work afterwards. It's usually less cleanup because you got a flatter weld there, and it's a better process, but it don't necessarily have to be pretty. Y'all seen me watch him do that little bit of weld. I was able to hop on there. I did that 3/4 inch starting on a rusty hole. Didn't dip it once, kind of seen how he was doing it, and that's what I was saying. That's how I learn, is to watch someone else do it. So this is great for me. He grabbed the Rolex, so I'm gonna let him grind away.
Oh my gosh.
Had a little pinhole, little pinhole. That little pinhole's mine. Slicks like, oh boy.
A lot of rust, man.
Don't say a lot of rust, you're hurting my resale value. Like a damn surgeon, buddy. Precise. Kind of hard to see there, but we're gonna call that DUN. Call her done. We're cracked here, we're cracked here. AKA, we got 3 more patches to go. Slick wants to cut the whole roof off. We're not doing that. She ain't the one to patch up a patina job. Would you rather have rot or would you rather have a patch panel? I'm gonna go with patch panel myself. What a pain in the hiney. We lost Slick Fitty. He had an emergency to go deal with. But I think I welded in 3 out of 4 of those. So I did finally successfully TIG weld some sheet metal. Now I say successfully loosely, okay? Because I don't think I did anything here with that TIG welder that I couldn't have done with the MIG welder. But I am happy I got the experience with the TIG, because that, like, if we do make some new sheet metal stuff out of like new 18 gauge and it's fitting up good, I'm pretty confident that on especially some new stuff, I could just plumb rock and roll. This old rusty stuff, as the rusty metal on the backside gets in, it's still kind of a pain, but I still really got a feel for it. We've wasted a couple hours up there now. I knew we had the one to do. I didn't know there was 3 of them. What do we want to do next? I guess we could try to finish up whatever's left on this side, then hop to the other side. Oh, so not so hot right there on the door. We definitely want to get that, because that's a major eyesore. And I don't know what in the cracked rocker we got going on right there. Body wise, I think as long as we get these 2 spots over here, we'll be good. Y'all having fun doing sheet metal yet? I love it, if you can't tell. Just found a little baby hole. It was a tiny little hole till I wire welded it, then it became a bigger hole. Yep, or some metal overlaps right there. Y'all wanna know it's crazy? At one point in my life, I thought I wanted to do crap like this for a living. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I'll whip us up a quick patch, and guys, I ain't getting super picky on this dang thing. Let's go see how our not very accurate speedball patch fits. Take a little off the bottom and I think she'll weld. But just a little in her. You don't want a whole lot. She feels pretty good. We're gonna get our rocker patched up. I grabbed us some ram board. We're gonna shove this on there, use our little finger trick, and try to get us a little more accurate patch for the rocker than we did the door. So using our finger, we use the old marker and shove that against there, and it kind of marks it out there, you can see. Trim her out, make her out of metal instead of cardboard, because you can try to weld cardboard, but it won't work out too good for you. I've tried. Pretty good fit. Pristine fit up action. Weld her up, grind her out. My baby's smooth out right there. So we had right there, there, and then all of them up there. But as we come around the front, don't mind that little hole right there on the hood. And as we look down this side, what do we got? The fender did not blow out quite yet, but it's about to have a blowout. Door starting to chunk on us. And we got this, whatever the hell that is. Thing about this rust repair stuff is it takes a lot of time. It's just repetitive. It ain't fun. It ain't exciting. If I was betting, man, I'd say it ain't even a joy to watch. But for us and getting this how we want it, it's necessary, guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bang out a couple more of these. How you doing, girlie? Finding KK. Finding KK? Don't worry, you don't gotta watch all these. Got that done. Fender's patched up, boom baby. Corner of the door's patched up, oh lady. But I don't know what in the busted seam we got going on right here. So I figured y'all may want to see this some. It ain't gonna be too much different because we're just gonna cut it out and try to patch it back together. We'll get her close enough here at Close Enough Customs. First get your doodler, then you get to doodling. So right in there is what I'm gonna kind of cut out of here. But will we get something back in there? Let's, maybe, hell, who knows? Around here, stuff's unpredictable. Think about this, as of this morning, I couldn't even TIG weld sheet metal. But as of this afternoon, I still can't TIG weld sheet metal. Oh ho ho, packed full of good crunchies. I don't know what we gotta do to get this thing separated though. Get your best body hammer. Oh, my pointer finger's flopping out. Hold on. There we go. We're good to go again. Oh. See, that's why you want your hammer with the claw. It's looking a little RUFF back there. What a mess we got going on here, guys. What do you do to stop rusting there, you know? If we spray that with paint, do you think that's gonna slow that down? If it does slow it down, does it really matter? What would slick do in this situation? That's it, man. We gotta cut off the whole roof. There's a terrible slick impression, but y'all know what that's what slick would do. Me, myself, I'm gonna do what any semi-unprofessional would do. I'm gonna make a patch panel and cover that sucker up, and we're gonna blend the patina, and you'll never know what happened. Before we do that though, me and Hot Rod's gonna play in the snow. We're gonna be like them heifers from Frozen, that movie Frozen. Do you want to build a snowman? I think that's what Hot Rod's working on. Hey, that's a solid looking snowman. You need some rocks?
Yeah. There's no rocks in
It's a little stubby snowman. Is it a him or her? Hot Rod's done doing snowman body work out here.
Big frog.
He's big, but he ain't very pretty, is he? May got a little distracted playing in the snow yesterday. But don't worry, we're back on it. Gotta whip us up another patch panel. We can make something like that-ish kind of work. We'll make it out of metal and then kind of fit it up a little better. Not my prettiest cuts I've ever done. And as we fit this up, we're gonna have to break between there to over in here-ish. Somewhere along there. All right. I think we're getting close enough to call that close enough. Let's go take this to our sheet metal break. Now, because that kind of angles forward, kind of had to pick it up and over our upper leaf or whatever the hell that's called. The upper topper clamper. And we don't need much here, just a little break in it. That may not put it where I wanted it, but we're gonna go see how we did. We may be all right. We're gonna have to tap this corner up this way and then kind of sharpen this up over here. I'm gonna put that chisel on the back side here and just try to carry that body line or that breakthrough a little further. Yeah, let's go see how we're doing now. Just carried that right up through. Probably can't even tell the difference on the camera. I'm so good. I'm so good, the great Puddini's about to make all this rust right here disappear. We're definitely getting closer there. I don't know if welding over here somehow picked it up and warped it over here, but to get that gap back, I had to use my die grinder and cut that open. No big deal, would have been better with the body saw, but I don't know what the hell happened to my body saw. She gone. Well, that's good at least. You see me hammering this? That's because this whole little drip rail is actually kind of broken off there and I needed it to go that way some. The reason I said that's good is down here I'd cleaned on this metal really good and it did weld down in there and I was worried that was going to be all rusty down in there. But if we can build that up with weld, then we can go in there with the die grinder and kind of smooth it out, and we could even put us a little thing of seam sealer right there, seal that baby right back up. And what we got going on here, we'll start to keep the water out. Got her buttoned up there. You can see I missed a little bit right there. She kind of has a low spot, but that's okay, because if it's low, you can build it up. So if we want to slap a little body filler there, we may. If I use that rusty paint stuff I use and patch that up, it may thicken up enough where most of that disappears anyhow. That'll definitely keep the water from getting in there too. Yeah, we did all right. Now, the next bit of rust we gotta get is floor pans. Boy, howdy, they're about to call me Floor Pan Dan. The floor patching man. Floor Pan Dan, the floor patching man who, by golly's got a plan. It ain't a thorough plan, but it's a plan. The plan is to remove the seats, remove the mat / carpet combo kit this thing has, and fix the floor pans. Sounds easy enough, right? I was looking at the back seat here, and it like hinges to this, because that locks down kind of like a lock and pliers mechanism. Pop that baby up, and then this will flip back up. I think we are going to try to just pull that right there. I don't know. I don't know what the best go around is of approaching this. I don't want to pull all that crap out the back. I'm afraid if we pull that out, we may never get it back in. But there's only one way to find out. Oh, that ain't moving one bit. Holy crap. Holy guacamole. Push, pull, or shove, that thing didn't move a bit. Have you ever pulled the middle seat out of a 61 to 64 wagon? Does your phone do the FaceTime thing? I just had a FaceTimer meeting with Top Stitch Taylor to ask him if he's ever pulled one of these. And just looking at it, I said, you know, I think I'm just going to have to start pulling panels. They said, tug on that back one, see what's underneath there. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work our way from the back to the front. So I knew this SOB flipped up, but I didn't know you could grab this and it just flips up too. You may have noticed that side fell and this side did not. As you look in here, we got two options. We can either unbolt the hinges over here and take them out, or there's a bolt right here. On this side, that bolt's already missing. It ain't there. So, yeah, that's already floppy. Well, we see what the old coat pocket has here, huh? A little ratchet and 5/16 action. Look at that little specialty bolt. Damn near looks like a side post battery thing bolt. You know what I'm talking about. Boy, that sucker's heavy. Got a little shim and stuff we don't want to lose there. And with that removed, right down here, I see some more little hex screws. Looks like we got about 4 of them worth across there. When we were on the FaceTimer, I could kind of see the head of these. And he said maybe if you pull those, the other ends kind of clipped in with the like female little slide-in clip. The old Top Stitch Taylor, he's a pretty smart filler. Or as my dad would say, a pretty fart smeller. Good one, Dad. Did y'all see that? Well, I'll be damned if he wasn't right. Y'all see that little lip underneath there? That clicked into these right here. And man, luckily for us, this wagon's actually pretty solid. That whole area back there is just going to need wire wheeled and painted. Now we do got rust in the spare area we're going to have to address, but this thing could be a hell of a lot worse. We're going to hit these with the old screw slapper because we ain't going to ratchet wrench all them out of there. What in the stuck screw we got going on here? Alright, now all that was just to get her unhinged from the back, because this thing has a flap attack. This whole son of a buck-toothed beaver's covered in metal. There ain't no telling what that damn thing's gonna weigh. I can feel my back being pissed off at me already. I don't even know how we get this dang thing out of here. Oh boy. Looks like we got a sheet metal cover of some sort that's covering the heads of the bolts for the hinge. Oh, maybe today is my lucky day. I don't know why I didn't use my damn brain. We know that has to pull out of there somehow. Yummy! Turd sucking mode activate. One day I'm gonna make it a rule. No more buying vehicles with rat's nests, just not allowed. But seeing how that's all we have here in the Oklahoma, I don't know when we'll kick that rule into play. I ain't got a feeling it's gonna be anytime soon. These three all came out. That other side ain't gonna play so nice, I'm telling you right now. No sir, these suckers are rusty, so we're gonna flap attack it. And then we're gonna try to weld a nut to it and back it out of there off the nut. What I like to do is actually tack the bolt, zap it one good time, then I set the nut there, and then I weld that up. That gives her a little preheat, and it'll actually kind of hold your nut center for you too. That sucker's glowing orange. Let's see how we do. We'll just twist it right off there. Perfect. Let that one cool off a little bit. I also built it up with a little more weld. Ow! 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 The hell with them fingertips. I was trying to whoosh that smoke, and instead I smoked them fingers. Don't y'all worry about how many nuts I got hid in this pocket over here. That one come right out. I actually only brought 4 nuts. I figured we'd mess up at least one. And yep, pretty well nailed that. Oh, hallelujah. I think that seat's finally free. What an adventure. We had to conquer sheet metal screw cover things, rat's nest, stuck bolts, but we will not be defeated. Oh boy, for no bigger than this is, it is definitely all there. Them hinges are hefty. And finally we got that seat out of there. Front seat just has 8 bolts, 2 on each little mounting post. Of course there's 4 little mounting posts, so, or legs or whatever mounting posts. What the hell's that? Hell, she just did a papa wheelie. Pull this, suck that, just clean it up. I just told Slick I gotta get the folks up to date because y'all were thinking we were gonna be doing these floors. But the only floors I did yesterday was I walked across my living room floor to the laptop so I could order some floors for this thing because I found them. You can get 1/2 for $120. Now we ain't gonna talk about the other $120 it costs to ship that floor. It doubles the price. So I did some shopping around on all the websites. The cheapest I could find for basically, we're gonna end up replacing from here up to our toe board. You get 2 halves. Come out to $450 shipped. Nice stamped metal already coated. When we start trying to make all them compound curves and stuff that get up into the sides and everything, we would have so much time wrapped up into it that 1, I don't think it's worth it. 2, it's not as relatable to y'all who can also just go online and spend $200 and order the sides you need versus me trying to use a $1,700 bead roller and my little English wheel that most of y'all probably don't even have. So it's actually more relatable to show y'all how to fit up stamped pans anyhow. So basically what I'm saying at is we ain't doing diddly to them floors till they show up, and they didn't even give me a time of when they expected them to show up, so that's good. But do not fear, because old Slick Fitty's here. And anyhow, we've been working on the rust on the outside of this thing, and there's one spot on the outside of this thing that has the most issue, and we were gonna skip addressing it this video, but now I think we'll start to address it this video. What do you call that hammer of yours?
It's Pull Max style. It's a Nibbler Junior is what it's called. Here, let me install it. It's what it is. It's a circle cutter is what it is. But you can adapt it to be a pull max.
You can't make that sound cool now, Slick. You're like, I got the pull max hammer, and then I find out you really got the nibbler, okay? So we're gonna try to make some dies, imitate the shape we got going on here. Cause it's curved like that, and then it's curved like that, but it don't come to a sharp peak. It's kind of curved there too. We're gonna imitate the shape. We're gonna make some dies. We're gonna put the dies in the nibbler. We're gonna try to nibble this out of patch panel. We ain't doing nothing till I find my eyeballs, cause this not seeing things overrated. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find some cardboard, some glasses, and we're gonna start working on our custom dies. Yeah, you can only shove it in so far, or you hit a little support.
We'll mark the peak right there, and this will be the bottom edge. So this is what needs to be cut. Okay.
There's your super precise cut marks. We're just gonna start nibbling that cardboard.
Is that the word for this video, is nibbler?
It is now. There's our little mountain shaped tracer line. Now I know I got some thick stuff in the scrap cabinet here. Yep, a little perfect piece almost. I've got a couple of these. And look, just like I knew one day I was gonna need to build some nibbler dies. Pert near the perfect size. Give me a second, I'll turn this heater on. Gotta get the ghetto plasma cutter set up going. My filter's over here, so I gotta filter through it over here. Set your plasma cutter on the plasma table you never use, and then strap your TIG welder where the plasma cutter should go, but don't actually use it, just strap it there. Makes total sense. Slap the cool guys on and we'll see if we can't butcher this old girl up. Nailed it. We're gonna let these cool off. We're gonna have a little cleanup. Now these are kind of toasty warm, as you can imagine. Speaking of toasty warm, the roll-lock bag may have got a little hot. A little cleanup action. How you like that? This is definitely the thickest I've ever cut with my plasma, by the way. We go quench her in the snow and harden her. Yeah, that'd been better if someone wasn't cutting with such an angle.
Yeah, hello.
That's where the old flap attack and grinder and a little time and yeah, we're gonna get her there. Step 2, Slick does the file check for progress. Going for our first checkup here, and the shape's actually pretty good. We just gotta get that center cleaned up where it can sit down all the way. Oh baby, can you say nailed it? We're happy with this for here as of right now. So now we're gonna get our other side roughed up, and guys, it's the same thing. We're gonna flap attack, a little filing, roll locking, you know, whatever we can do to get it close. So here's our inside. It's gonna be the side that we feed the panel on, and we rounded our edges where it feeds. Pretty happy with that fit up right there. We're gonna gather up some stuff, and then I think we're gonna actually head on over to Slick Shop. You don't recognize that old girl, do you? So we made it to Slick Shop, and here's the Nibbler Junior. I forgot it was a junior, it ain't a senior. And you see a sight glass on her. He's got her topped off, and she may leak a little, so we just got a baking pan screwed to the frame. I like that. That's my style right there. Here's some dies old Slick took out of there, and you can see we're gonna have to weld some of this round rod to our dies. So Slick has some of that right here, and I'm gonna kind of just let him do his thing. That way we don't draw this out more than we have to. I'm paying him hourly, damn it. Built-in wobble feature.
The old collar ran pretty good with it on there.
Dang right it did. At the other shop, we didn't remember to measure the length before we left, and about 58 3/4 would get us, so we'll probably do about 60-inch worth. Knock the dust off this old girl. 59 7/8 is how long that is. Perfect. Do you remember that when you were clipping the front of that Apache and me and Grayson would come over there and hang out?
Yeah.
You'd be working in the dark with your lights in front of the garage.
Yep.
I said, this is the first time in 12 years we've had the boys back together. Had to get our metal chunks out the back of the U-Haul. We're going to make a hard stop on this die. This box, I noticed, is to serve pudding of Pot County. So I know who this is from.
Oh, they're cool. Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, they're definitely prescription. It's like Coke bottle.
Oh my gosh, it's like 4K on your face.
That's what I'm talking about.
Do I look cool?
Yeah, looks like a scientist.
I'll ask your dad for an honest opinion.
Okay.
Top that off with a puddins.fab.shop beanie and now you're uptown. Try me.
Those ones does, thank you.
I definitely need to up my gas coverage. Got our dies over here in the little Nibbler Junior for the first time. Now this is just a scrap piece he has. He hit her with some looby dooby to help her slide through, and we're gonna see what she'll do here. Of course, we didn't, pre-shape any of that. What we're gonna do is slice this out a little chunk here and take it with us to lunch. We'll go over by the wagon and check her out and see how we did there. Cut her out here. You can see, you can see the curve in her, both sides. Woo-hoo-hoo! Hey, it could use a little more curve in there, but not really, guys. I mean, are you gonna complain about that? And next I ask you, would you rather have that? There's one benefit, you get full access to your wiring, as you see there. You dang right we'll take that, guys. That's pretty dang shiny right there. Now guys, we could spend a lot more time on these. For a little whoop-de-doos we could weld up and really polish out, but hey, I'm not picky. Got some Pot County chrome on it. That was a little testing on doing some pre-stretching right there, since we know that's where we're putting most of our metal. We are going to try it on the English wheel. It's in the back of the E-Haul, but old Slick's got that planishing hammer, so let's let it planish. So here we go. I guess Slick's a all or nothing kind of man. I thought we were going to cut it in half and do it in 2 pieces, but he said nah. You know why? It'll work or it won't.
It will work or it won't. Red eye?
I guess.
Woo, she got some shape in her now, boy.
Will she hold herself up?
Yeah.
Yeah, she will. She got a stiffy. Does the tailgate?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't look at that. I thought the tailgate was flat, but apparently the tailgate kind of curves a little.
She got a little curve to her.
You like that?
A lot more shape.
Well, you called the Looby Dooby specialist. One pass at a time, we'll have her looking mighty fine.
She still curved?
Yep.
Make a damn sword and a half. All or nothing, huh? Y'all need a patch for your 61 wagon, hit us up. $3,100 to your door. $1 million.
Ready?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so stoked. This thing works good.
What do you mean this thing works good? You did all of this on a maybe?
I mean, kinda.
The Lovejoy and our coupler's falling apart there, but if you just tap that back in,
Good as
wrap
new.
that sucker in some tape where it can't fly out again, and it'll be good to go. She's a little tweaked, ain't she?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could shrink in the middle-ish a little. But I don't think we need to shrink it till we fit it up to the wagon. So, there we go. We ain't saying it's perfect. We don't even know if it's close because we ain't fit it up to the wagon yet. But that looks a lot better than the rust that's on that tailgate, I guarantee you that.
pretty dang close. We can have that on there. And
Yeah, our blown out rust here's kind of holding us off there. And then the old Corpus Christi badge ain't helping none. So one thing I definitely need to do is pull the key out the glove box where we can get a key made for this back door where we can get it down, because we can't get it down. Now I'm impatient, so we're gonna try to cut some of this off there and get it mocked up anyhow.
and she's got all the tabs.
Ain't no damn way. That's why we keep Slick Fitty around. I would have snapped that sucker in 8 pieces. Well, I hope that slice and dice is ready to get buck nasty.
Crunchy.
What do you think, buddy?
I think we made another panel.
One could say she was slightly dirty. Oh, baby, who's a bad mama? Shut your mouth. Perfecto fit right there, guys.
I knew it had a curve in it.
Oh, yeah. Just damn near perfect. We're gonna hold this on here, just a little mock-up action with our Cleco. You shove that thing forward, and then as you let it go, see how it flares out? That'll kind of clamp it and hold it. I mean, overall, that's a pretty bitchin' fit up right there.
That's the worst spot on the whole car, really. I mean, the hardest spot, because they didn't make a panel for it, so.
Yep, and I didn't even expect to have that this far, so pretty pumped about that. Don't mind me, I'm just pudding Picasso pudding. Neither one of them have a ring to them. Now, I know some of y'all watched us cut the paint. Yeah, we cut some paint and some metal off this thing, and you're thinking, if you're gonna keep that ride having the tainer on it, you ain't gonna get rid of the patina. How? Like, what are you gonna do, right? Because we got all this bare metal. Well, let me show you what I'm thinking here. Like this fender right here, that's no body work, and it looks better in person than it's picking it up on the camera, but I just fake patinaed all that. In fact, just ask them paintbrush bristle things right there. That fender turned out super awesome, but I figured to end off this video to give you a couple different options for some fake patina here, I'd show you how we're gonna do this. Luckily for us, we got a whole nother fender right here that needs fixed up. Step number 1, we're gonna get our base color down. We're gonna use this almond. base color down. Now our base color ain't the greatest match, so we're gonna use some real fancy stuff here. Little shot of orange in there. We're gonna use our very fancy cardboard and brush, and we're gonna kind of mix that up, and that's not orange enough yet. Give her another couple sprays of orange. We're getting a little closer there. There we go. Now that kind of has a little oranged over tint to it. And this ain't gonna be perfect. We just gotta get a little layer of it kind of spread down. The layers of colors is what's gonna kind of make this work. Now we've got a good even layer of surface rust kind of through here, so we're gonna try to do that next. Got this carbonate, I don't know how to say it. It's kind of reddish. Now obviously you don't want to take that and just get plumb butt nasty over here, but we're gonna test it down at the bottom. A little redder than we probably want, but I can use this as to start to lay out a pattern for where our rust is gonna go. Mix a little more orange into it. Leave some orange, dab it back and forth like that. Just try stuff, guys. That right there's more what we're after. We needed way more orange in there. The orange is good for going over the top of the red. This brush may be a little too dried out at this point. And so far we're looking terrible. She's starting to look decent there, but the whole thing needs to look a little orange. So I just dusted the whole thing with a little orange. A little dark brown coat along the bottom. Got to get her directly out of the sun where y'all can see. Look, I'm not saying that's perfect, okay? But for no longer than I spent on that, I can't hardly tell that's damn spray paint right here. If I didn't know to look for it, I wouldn't know it was there. If you don't think I'm happy with that, or that right there, y'all's crazy, because yeah, that looks pretty good if you ask me. And it beats the hell out of having a big blown out rot hole, for sure. Now we just gotta make the door look good, that look good, and about 1,000 other little spots we're gonna have to, you know, work our magic here. Now this video was kinda a rust shit show, if I'm being honest. This whole week has been, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, our fenders are fixed right now. I'm glad and happy our paint on the back's done, and hey, progress is progress. I need them floor paints to come in where we can make some real progress. So I appreciate you guys watching. Right now at puddins.fab.shop, beanies are available. Now fair warning, when I first wore this thing, I thought it kind of felt small. But I've been wearing it and it's been staying on my head. I gave them to a few different people and asked them if they thought they were fitting small, and everyone said they felt fine. So if you got a big old head, if you're a big head Fred, you probably don't want one of these. I feel like I have a fairly average, it's okay to be average. It's part of life, guys. I mean, you don't get to choose, you know. If you're an average man like me, this beanie may be for you. We're still talking about beanies here and heads. Oh, man. Beanies available, puddins.fab.shop.com. We only got like 90 of them, so I bet they're gonna go quick. This is kind of experimental run right here. And next week, I ain't got a chassis back. I don't think I'm gonna have it back next week. Weather's gonna go to crap here. So I don't think we'll be able to make Wagon progress. So we may hop over to the 59 International, who also need some rusty floors. So on that one, we can't buy the floors. We're gonna make the floors. So that works out good. You get to see putting in stamped pre-made floors, and then you'll get to see fabricating one-off floors with, you know, we're just gonna make it work for us in our situation. I reckon that's it, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. I know the rust repair ain't the greatest thing to watch, so I'll do it again next week. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, dang it. I'm on the Instagrammer. I'm on the Patreon. And what else? I'll see you guys next time. But don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project.